Well, hi everyone. It is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here, coming at you tonight. Tonight absolutely is February 20th. My glasses were getting around my neck there. And so we're talking about a very interesting topic. So, for those of you that are new, well, welcome. It is so great to have you here. Every single day, we start a series from basically Saturday and we continue on to Friday. So, we are just a couple days into the series, which is actually episode two, which is Sunday. And for those of you that are coming back, well, welcome back, my fellow friends, colleagues, and associates. It's always great to have my loyal subscribers here. Thank you so much. And for those of you that are new, go ahead and scan my QR code for the old people as well with your phone. And then go ahead and subscribe and look at some of the great things. If you have not subscribed to Johnson Lewis Serial Entrepreneurs page on LinkedIn, what are you waiting for? So to get to my link tree, which is what that actually does by scanning the QR code, you can go to link, linktr.ee/JOHNCMORLEY, serial, SERIAL, entrepreneur, ENTREPRENEUR, and you'll get a plethora of things that I have. But definitely, if you've been watching this content and getting value out of it, make sure that you follow the page. So, what are we talking about today? For those of you that are new to this discussion, let's talk a little bit about why we're here tonight to talk about how and why you should forgive others. Now, this is a topic that is not easy for a lot of people. There are different types of forgiveness. We're going to go through all of them. There's actually four stages of forgiveness, too. Basically, uncovering your anger, deciding to forgive, working on forgiveness, and releasing any emotional strains that you have or ties. So there are a lot of types of forgiveness, but the one that I want to think about um, is forgiveness when somebody does something wrong. Maybe it's a minor thing, it's nothing major, it didn't really wreck your day, but it just kind of annoyed you. So the first thing you need to realize is that it happened, okay? And if there's any anger that has been associated with it, realize that it's not the person that caused this to you, it's the behavior, right? We all make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm sure you're not perfect. And so when we can recognize that the person is different from the behavior, okay, we can separate that. And sometimes that can help us to understand something, right? Maybe somebody does something that's not normally in their character, but they did something. There might have been some reasons why they did it. That doesn't mean it's justified, but it just means that it's a behavior. So when we think about forgiveness, right, we want to understand that sometimes people do things that maybe aren't nice, or they did things that upset us or frustrate us. So that's that type. Maybe it could be something as simple as, I don't know, you're playing a game. Maybe it's a board game, whether it's golf, and somebody goes out of turn. That happens. It's not a big deal for me. But some people, they want to like rewrite the entire world and make it right that they were supposed to go next. You know, there's a great book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff, right? So when that happens, if it's really getting your goat and getting you angry, first thing you have to realize is, okay, it happened. All right. And you've already, let's say, been a little angry about it, been annoyed maybe through the whole rest of the round of golf, and you get in to have lunch and you don't talk to the person and they don't know what to say to you because they feel bad. And so, what do? Do you just come right out and say, I'm sorry? Maybe that's hard for some people, but realize it's the behavior. So you could start out by saying something like this. Let's say the guy's name was Jim. Hey, Jim, um, I'm not really sure how to go about doing this. I was put in a very bad situation here today. And when anybody goes out of turn, I really get angry about it. It's not about the person explicitly, it's about the behavior. So today, I know I probably was a little rude to you, and I want to take this moment to apologize because it happens. I know it could be a mistake, but I'm just really competitive. So, I know we played golf for a long time. I don't want to hold a grudge against you, and I just want to say I'm sorry because um, I didn't mean to do that, but I just kind of fly off the handle. It's just how I've been for years. So again, I apologize. I guess I take, going in turn really seriously. And the person might go, "Oh yeah, John, don't worry about it. It was no big deal. It's okay." You really? Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll be more careful next time and try to make sure that I follow the order. And so maybe next time you're out playing golf and the guy's there and he's talking to you, and all of a sudden, maybe he's about to go and he might say, "Gee, Fred," or "Gee, John, um, am I supposed to go next or do you go next?" No, I go. Okay, just wanted to ask because I wasn't sure. And that's okay because now you got rid of the behavior, right? People make mistakes, but sometimes we make bigger things out of these mistakes. And then we turn into these really disastrous problems, which are nothing. They're just things that really mean nothing, but they upset us because we think the person was intentionally trying to do this to annoy us, to vex us, or to get under us. But really, they didn't mean to do anything to us. It just happened. How many of you have ever been at a traffic light, right? And maybe the light goes green. And so the light goes green and the person doesn't move like within a couple seconds. Some people will fly off the handle and start hitting the horn like crazy or flashing the lights. Chill. Okay. The light goes green. The guy hasn't been there for 5 minutes or a half hour. Give him 10 or 15 seconds. He'll go. That's all. Be a little courteous. The behavior is what gets us upset and causes us to have to go into a state to ask us to want to be forgiven. Because it's not the person that we're really angry at. We're angry at what they did to us. Maybe we're angry at somebody on the road. Somebody actually passes me. That can happen. But when that happens, I just say, okay, they want to pass me. That's fine. But some people that like annoys them, right? Or they got to pass them fast. Uh, the thing that can annoy me is if I'm on the road and somebody's doing something unsafe, I get frustrated about it because I don't want to have any challenges and I don't want other people to have challenges. So that's my reason. But if somebody's just passing me and it's a safe condition, I'm okay with that. Even though it's rude, I'm okay with that. Again, the behavior is not my preferred method, but as long as it doesn't get involved with my safety or someone else's safety, it's going to just roll off my back like water. So, talking about forgiveness, maybe there's something else that happens in your life. It could be the fact that maybe it was a delicatessen and you have a line, but the line is more of I don't know. It's more of a line, but it's more of a line on who got there first, so it's kind of hard to tell. And maybe the person walked away to go get I don't know, a dozen eggs, and you were right there, but then they came right back and they said, "Well, I'm next." You're like, "No, I'm not. I was here." It's like, "Well, I actually went to go get eggs and came back," and then they're like mad at you. And the person getting eggs, are they right that they went and got eggs and left the line? No, they're not right, but you're not right either by saying, "Hey, you can't leave the line to get eggs." And they got to the line within a minute or two of them calling your ticket, so it shouldn't have been a big deal. It wasn't like they made you wait for 10 minutes or made the counter wait for 5 minutes. It wasn't like that. So I find a lot of people today start to exercise their ego and start to become frustrated, and later on they're like, "Oh, geez, I just put my foot in my mouth. How am I going to get out of this mess?" Right? We've all spilled milk before, whether it's cereal or whether it's some other beverage on the floor. That's all happened to us at one time or another, or maybe spilled the drink. When that happens, you're like, you spilled it. So you just have to clean up the spilled milk or the beverage and you move on, right? That's all you do. You don't harp over the fact that what happened, and if so, it caused some damage. Well, you clean it up, and if spilling the drink caused somebody to get their shirt damaged or a stain on something, then you politely say, "Look, I'm sorry about that. Uh, I want to pay to have that cleaned for you or dry cleaned for you." And so that's a nice thing. But somebody that spills the drink and has an arrogance in their attitude, it's gonna make the other person feel like they got to get even. Now, I don't agree with getting even. Okay, I agree with the fact that when somebody does something wrong, people want to make it right. And I feel that when that happens, I would hope the other person would want to make it right. I can't force them to make it right. I can't judge them because they don't want to make it right. Can't do any of those things. But what I can do is say, when they come back, it's no big deal and forgive them honestly. If I don't do that, then I am the bigger hypocrite or culprit. Okay. So if somebody's coming to me and asking me forgiveness, and I'm like, no, what do you mean, no? People in this world feel like they're entitled. And people that don't even deserve to be entitled feel that they're entitled. And they want to just, I don't know, control everything. And so when people are thinking about forgiving someone, they're like, oh my gosh, if I do this, I'm going to have to come down a few notches. And if I do that, then I'm not going to be as high and mighty or entitled. Who gives a darn, right? People that forgive and people that are humble actually get more out of this world than people that don't. You see, people want to help others that are humble and forgive the others. We're all going to make mistakes at one point or another, right? It's not that we make them, it's how we respond to those people making the mistakes and how we choose to handle them. So if we make a mistake, asking for forgiveness or asking um, for them to understand that I made a mistake, apologize. Some guys, when you say the word, or some lady, you say the word apologize. Oh, I never apologize. Oh, no, no, I never apologize. There were some people back in my grammar school days, and even in my, I said high school days, but even in my college days, and I'm not going to mention the name, but there was this one gentleman. I played racquetball with him all the time. He was in my class, and he just had this real hard attitude. One that, I'm bigger and better than ever anybody. And the minute you asked him for a little bit of help, he never wanted to help you in class. Outside of class, no big deal. Okay. Sports, helping you, play racquetball better or do something better, no problem. He was really competitive too. But in school, he never wanted you to be better than him in school because then he wouldn't be the A student. He'd be the A minus student. So, I mean, I think that's terrible. But I think the issue that people have with forgiveness is that they believe it's going to put them in a state that's going to make them feel lower and worse than they feel right now. But that's actually the opposite. When you forgive someone or you ask for forgiveness, you're actually going to feel a lot better. That dopamine in your brain is going to kick in. You're like, oh, this actually feels good. I want to do the right thing. I want to forgive them. Why? Because it feels good. Why? Because I want to. Not just because it's the right thing, but because I want to. When you want to do things, you'll find a natural inclination for you to just do them almost without thought. And so when you know that you might have done something wrong, say, hey, um, I was in the lot the other day and I was in a hurry. I opened my door and I think I might have tipped your car. I took a look. I didn't see any damage, but I want to let you know. So if you saw any scratches, I'm happy to take care of them. See, that's the right thing to do. Okay. Doing something like open the car, oh, I didn't cause a scratch. But now, if you didn't see the scratch, perfectly fine. But if you didn't take the time to really look and see if there's a scratch, that's a problem, right? But you open the door and you said, "Oh, gee, I might have scratched it," but you didn't take a bottom look. Then you don't. Then you should at least tell a person if you're not going to take the time to look and see if you caused the scratch. So why are people entitled? I think they believe they're entitled because they believe that they're going to get more, that they're going to get ahead, they're going to get further than you when they're entitled. But the truth of the matter is, people that are entitled don't always get further. They actually get further behind because other people don't want to give them the chance. A lot of people I see, and I'm going to mention the financial industry, and I'm sorry for that, but I see a lot of them, especially coming out of college, that have this I'm entitled attitude. I don't know jack squat about what I'm doing, but I'm entitled and I'm just going to act like I know everything and I'm going to be a pompous, you know what, and I'm just going to keep doing this until I make it. And that's a horrible thing. And some of them make it, some of them don't. But the biggest problem is they never learn that they were not entitled to anything. They never learned that all the gentlemen together put their slacks on the same way, left foot first, or right foot, and then left foot. They just feel they're entitled. I know this lady that was in town, and she was going to one of these, coffee shops. I'm not going to mention the name. And she pulled in with her luxury car, and she pulled in right in the front where it says no parking. And she got out to get her, let's say, her coffee type drink. It was an ice type coffee drink. There's only a few stores that do that, so you probably figure out where I'm talking about. And she was in there for, I don't know, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. So about, I don't know, a few hours later that day, on a private Facebook group for our town, there was a whole discussion about entitlement. And they're like, just because somebody drives an XYZ car and or they're from this family, it doesn't mean that they can park wherever they want and they can run into this coffee store. And then she's like, well, it wasn't my fault. And she said, and this is what she said, and this is really terrible. This is what she said, the stupid kid, which is terrible. The stupid kid wasn't fast enough making my coffee. If he would have been faster, I would have only been in there 2 minutes. So 2 minutes makes it okay, but 15 minutes, that's wrong. So entitlement is a big, big thing. So we're going to learn a lot this week about forgiveness, how to forgive. We're going to get into a lot of the mechanics. So we've talked about right now what forgiveness is. I've talked about one type of forgiveness that you have, and basically a way to forgive in a very simple way. We're going to get into some more deeper conversations that get a little more heated. Tomorrow, we're actually going to talk about forgiveness, but we're going to talk about it from the perspective of a third party. That means when you do something wrong because of something you do because of association with a third party. That's going to be a real interesting one. And I've had that happen a lot in high school, especially with something called three-way calling, which many of you may remember and some of you may not. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you'll show me some love either on my Facebook page, my Facebook John C. Morley Serial Entrepreneur page, my LinkedIn profile page, my YouTube John C. Morley Serial Entrepreneur page, my Twitter, Twitch, or Periscope. And if you would please comment below, what are you looking to be forgiven for? Or what do you need to forgive someone for right now? Type it in there, maybe the general idea. And then, of course, tag your friends, your colleagues, and your associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. And then if this resonated with you, go to youtube.com, look for my name under the channel, John C. Morley, Serial Entrepreneur, and then look for that key phrase, help keep our content free. Below that, make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, and click on that PayPal link and buy my team and I a cup of coffee. We'll be so grateful with those pennies, those dollars, investments, and we'll put them into new technology, new hardware, new software, new facilities, and even new staff to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational, inspirational content to get you out of procrastination mode, inspire you to take action and make the dreams of your life that you've always wanted to be a reality today. Of course, remember to follow John C. Morley Serial Entrepreneur's LinkedIn page. If you have not already followed my group LinkedIn page, we really appreciate that. So I am John C. Morley, Serial Entrepreneur. It has been a privilege, a pleasure, and a big honor to be with you this evening. I look forward to being with you tomorrow, February 21st, which incidentally, for those of you that do know, tomorrow is my birthday. So tomorrow is going to be a pretty special day because I'm going to talk about some really important things. And being that it's my birthday, I want to give you even a little more value. So I'm John C. Morley, Serial Entrepreneur. I'll be back tomorrow on my birthday, February 21st. I'm probably going to do the stream a little bit earlier in the day, just because I'm going to be doing birthday things later in the afternoon and the evening. So I'm probably going to get the stream done very early tomorrow. And it was just great to be with you. And I hope that you're getting lots of value from me. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Oh, yeah. And by the way, we're hoping that in March or April, we're going to start bringing some guests onto my Inspirations for You show here. Take care.